Welcome back to more Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Last time we got the remaining fruit in the distant tundra, so this time we're returning to the tropical wilds. Let's take out 30 rock Pikmin, 30 yellow Pikmin, and 40 winged Pikmin. We have a very hectic day ahead of us. There are 10 more fruits to find here, and I'd like to get around 7 of them today. First things first, let's clear out some of the enemies that have respawned since the last time we were here. In the case of the Whip-tongued Bulborb and a few others, we also have to remember to carry them back to the Onion. This is actually our last chance to add certain enemies to the Picklepedia without backtracking to areas with no fruits left. Past the bridge, we should have an orange Bulborb by an electric wall that we'll deal with later, and we also have a few Scutterchucks. While they probably wouldn't get in the way, I want to err on the side of caution and take out the Scutterchucks. Near this tree should be a scale that we want to toss a Pikmin onto, and we should also have a fruit hanging from this tree. Can we climb up there? We'll try that out in a moment. First of all, let's have the winged Pikmin pull this fruit down, and I also want to deal with some of the enemies on the beach. As we're about to fight a couple of enemies by water, this is a good time to mention that the amount of time you have to save Pikmin from drowning varies depending on the difficulty. On normal mode, you have about 11 seconds. On hard mode and in the Wii U version, it's actually closer to 6 seconds. The time also varies if you're using a spicy spray. Pikmin actually drown faster, so be aware of that. With that taken care of, let's have the winged Pikmin and one other captain go onto the scale, and we'll have Brittany and the other Pikmin go to the opposite side of the scale. Once again, I recommend using winged Pikmin so you don't have to worry about counterbalancing for all of the Pikmin. So we'll toss a couple of yellow Pikmin onto this mushroom, and they'll bounce automatically to the opposite side of the scale. Over here, we have this little tree stump. I want to go through it and then toss Charlie over here, because there's actually a very sneaky hidden mural inside this tree stump. And with that taken care of, we want to take the winged Pikmin over here. We have a fruit and some mushrooms leading up to another stump. We should also have a data file nearby, which is why I wanted 2 captains for this. So we'll carefully walk across here and then toss Alf into this corner to pick up the data file in a bit. Inside here, we have another Medusal Slurker. With winged Pikmin, this fight shouldn't be a problem whatsoever, and it should drop a fruit. We also have a bunch of eggs. I think I will break some of them because they actually have more than just nectar in this case. So we'll have the winged Pikmin work on that. We also might as well carry the Slurker back, and we'll also take some time to break the eggs. Some of these actually have bombs, and I definitely recommend using bombs for a few things today. Obviously, we have a peckish Aristocrab, and fighting one near water is not exactly ideal, so bombs can actually break its claw. We also have the orange Bulborb. I definitely don't want to fight that directly, so I'd rather use bombs. So with a couple of bombs in tow, we'll reunite with Brittany's squad. By the way, the swarming Sheargrubs have also respawned, so be aware of that. I recommend not leaving Pikmin unattended, because the Sheargrubs can definitely lure Pikmin into dangerous situations if you're not looking. We also want to have the winged Pikmin carry this back. Again, we can actually just charge them from here instead of going all the way around. We also need to whistle the yellow Pikmin to get them off of that ledge there, because we need all of the yellow Pikmin to work on this wall as soon as the orange Bulborb is taken care of. One bomb should be enough to take it out, and then we'll start working on this wall. In the meantime, I want to collect a few more things with the winged Pikmin. So we'll leave Brittany over here with the yellow Pikmin, and we'll check back in a bit. Brittany is actually not in my active squad because she is stuck on this tree branch, so we'll go over here and try this again. So once again, we'll toss Brittany over here and have the yellow Pikmin work on this. We'll also have to carry back the orange Bulborb as well, once again to add it to the Picklepedia. We do have one more chance in the Twilight River, but given that there are 3 of them in a cluster in the Twilight River, I'd rather pick up this one than those. We also have this little cherry on this ledge in the water. Again, you could use blue Pikmin for that, but since we're here and we have the winged Pikmin, we might as well just use winged Pikmin for this. We also have a cave with a bunch of flighty joust mites, and luckily, because we have winged Pikmin, we actually don't have to worry about them. We want to charge them at this flukeweed in particular, and they should be able to carry this out no problem, because they actually won't start flying until you actively attack them. So with that taken care of, I think that just about takes care of everything we need the winged Pikmin for. So let's swap over to Brittany and have the yellow Pikmin carry the orange Bulborb back. We also want to take the rock Pikmin into this very ominous arena with a data file in the corner. Again, I don't recommend leaving Pikmin unattended, but I'll leave the Pikmin there for now and head inside. We have another shaggy Longlegs, but luckily this time we don't have to worry about water. The one downside of this fight is it will alternate between the 2 sides of this area, so it will basically stomp over to the opposite arena. It's not as dangerous as the other Longlegs fight, but it can be a bit tedious if it's not cooperating, if it keeps going back and forth and you have to run over. There is fire over there, but again, I actually feel like fire is easier to deal with than water. And we've actually almost one-cycled this in terms of not letting it even walk over to the opposite arena, so this is actually a really good Longlegs fight. We only have one more joint to go after, and once that's taken care of, we'll attack the main body. You can use yellow Pikmin for this. I can't exactly recommend it just because of Pikmin getting crushed, so it's a little bit safer to use rock Pikmin, even though it's a lot less efficient because they actually can't latch onto its body. It is actually going to successfully walk over to the other arena, I imagine, or maybe not. We actually might be able to defeat it fast enough. That was actually a really good Longlegs fight. So, that drops another fruit. We'll have the rock Pikmin carry this back. One is actually planted because of the Longlegs. Luckily, that doesn't actually hurt them or even get rid of their flower status, so that's also very nice. While we're over here with the rock Pikmin, we'll also round up the yellow Pikmin and pick up the fruit that the winged Pikmin pulled down earlier. We also might as well raise up our numbers a little bit more, so we'll have the yellow Pikmin carry back a few of the fruits as well. So basically, we want to go all the way over to the base, we want to round up all of our Pikmin, and we want to swap around our numbers a bit. There is a winged Pikmin over here, it looks like. Yeah, one of the bomb winged Pikmin. So, hypothetically, we could use the bomb with the winged Pikmin. What I'm actually going to do is put this Pikmin away to get it to drop the bomb, and then we'll have a blue Pikmin carry it instead. That'll be a little bit safer in terms of actually getting the bomb to work. Also, when tossing a bomb at a peckish Aristocrab, I highly recommend aiming next to it rather than at the Aristocrab itself, because if a Pikmin actually bounces off of it, it will actually be stunned and the bomb can still go off. Also, I see the Pikmin actually took care of a bunch of the swarming Sheargrubs on their own, which is very nice, though I am actually missing a couple of Pikmin, it feels like. So we might have to go and round up a few at the end of the day at this rate. It looks like we have maybe 2 unaccounted for, and I am not seeing them in the immediate vicinity. They actually might be over here. So yeah, we'll put the winged Pikmin away to get them to drop the bombs, and then we'll swap them out for the blue Pikmin instead. Again, I would like to fight an Aristocrab with rock Pikmin because it's a lot safer, but because we can't fight them by water, or in the water specifically, we might as well try using a bomb instead. One bomb should be enough to take out the claw in theory, so here's hoping this bomb works. If not, we do have some more bombs over here, so we have a couple more chances at this in case something goes a little bit awry. We've already gotten like 6 fruits today, so we've actually made really good progress. So if I can get one more, we'll basically be where I wanted to be at the end of this day. And We also have a couple of Wollywogs to potentially contend with, so let's hope this doesn't go too badly. I'll wait for it to move again, because it usually stops moving for a bit, so I'll intentionally wait for it like so, toss the bomb, and hope for the best. And that did not take out the claw, so that is very unfortunate. Alternatively, you can try attacking it from behind. It's obviously a little bit risky. Also, locking on is easier said than done. So I think I'll actually go back and round up a couple more bombs. I was really hoping that one bomb could work. By the way, the Wollywogs can also break the Aristocrat's claw. I actually might try this because they're relatively close by. So basically, if you can actually lure the Wollywog into attacking near where the Aristocrat is, it will actually break the claw. Again, it's a little bit difficult to set up, but if you can get this to work, it's actually very efficient. So we'll give this a couple tries. That looks good, actually. There we go. So now we don't have to worry about the claw, and we didn't even have to go back for more bombs. So now with the blue Pikmin, we'll finish off the Aristocrat. We also have a fruit planted in the ground. To be honest, this might be the worst fruit to dig out because it is very large and it takes a very long time to actually excavate. I also want to keep an eye on the Pikmin, because as soon as the bubbles pop, we want to get them out of the way of the Wollywogs. So I want to make sure I'm whistling here. That's not a great fruit placement, having it land right by the Wollywog. We should be able to carry it back without too much trouble, but I also want to keep a very close eye on this, just to be on the safe side. Again, this is why I recommend dealing with the fiery blowhogs as well, just to get them out of the way. I don't think we actually have enough Pikmin to carry back the Aristocrat itself. With our remaining Pikmin, I think I'm going to locate the two rock Pikmin over, I think, by where the Scutterchucks were. I think two of them are trying to carry one back unsuccessfully. But with our remaining time, we'll have them actually carry this back, and I think I'll have the Pikmin work on building up some more Ultra Spicy Spray. I actually realized something very specific tied to an achievement that spicy sprays will help a lot with. Otherwise, we will not be getting this achievement in this playthrough. So if we want to get this, we definitely want to build up our spray count a little bit. We need essentially 5 sprays to make this work. I am not sure if they'll be able to excavate this in time. At the very least, they won't be able to carry it back in time, because we definitely have a ways to go on this. I definitely want to keep a close eye on this just to be on the safe side. I definitely want to be here so I can whistle them as soon as they're done, because otherwise they might get in trouble if it gets too close to the end of the day and I don't have time to actually rescue them. We'll also round up these Pikmin over here, so I'm double checking. I think all of our Pikmin are accounted for. The only loose Pikmin are over here by this fruit. I am really not sure if they'll be able to excavate this in time. I may abandon ship on this just for the sake of playing it a little bit safe, but we definitely still have a little bit of time, so we'll try to get as far with this as possible. Again, we have a whole other day to round up the remaining 2 or 3 fruits left, so it's not a big deal if we don't get this one today. Again, I was hoping to get 7, and we met that quota, so we are good to go. That means we have 3 more to get, including this one, and we also want to go after the hidden murals, and also continue working a little bit on the Picklepedia, because again, there's actually a lot of enemies here that we won't be seeing again, and this will be our last chance to actually add them. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to leave it as is. Again, any progress on fruits will actually remain for the next day, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to leave that, and we'll try to collect it tomorrow. We'll also probably try to collect some more of the berries tomorrow as well. Hehehe, new fruit, yes. Bottoms up! Good, we still have plenty of juice left. And with that, we got most of the fruits remaining in the tropical wilds, and we actually crossed 1,000 Pikmin in total. This is definitely another day where co-op would make a huge difference, because you could definitely divide and conquer a lot more easily with 2 players. For example, I tended to stick with 1 captain at a time, but if you did actually alternate more, or if you had 2 players, you would definitely be able to get more of the fruits. So, like, we definitely could have gotten that one if we started that process just a little bit earlier, and if I delegated tasks a little bit more efficiently. But we have this fruit over here, and we should have one over here, and that'll finish up the area. Rock Pikmin are as hard as rock, so they do a lot of damage when thrown directly at a target. Considering how dense and chunky their bodies are, their legs are surprisingly slender. How they manage to support themselves is a mystery to me. Hey, check it out! Since coming to this planet, we've gathered 27 types of fruit. Wow, that's truly remarkable! Agreed. It's all thanks to you, my faithful crew. Alf, how much fruit is there left on this planet now? Let's see, the number of pieces now remaining is 8. Well, we might as well try to get everything we can. Yes, the more fruit we manage to gather, the better. It's the last stretch. Let's keep it up. And with that, we will look for the remaining 3 fruits in the tropical wilds tomorrow. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Pikmin 3 Deluxe.